Welcome everyone. Today is going to be all about functional breathing. Often when we hear about breath work, we hear about doing things that are transformational, accessing our emotional body. Yet we forget that also breath work is about how to breathe every day. So I want to make a little video on the importance of functional breathing, how to improve our breath and respiratory functions. So this is very useful for everyday life because the better you breathe, the more comfortable you breathe every day, you will see that will direct impact on your comfort, how you will move with ease in life. It will, of course, help you relax. It will help you function just better. We say it so often how the breath is the remote control to our thoughts, to our emotions, to our spirit. It's the bomb. There is nothing you can control but your breath. So spending maybe another 20 minutes exploring how can I breathe better is pretty useful. So let's go into that right away. So of course we breathe through our lungs, and our lungs are built with hundreds of thousands of little alveoli, little sacs where the oxygen gets in. So the idea is, how can I bring some comfort for these alveoli so that they can do their job well? So I'm going to give you tons of tips. The first one goes like that. You know when you have a little balloon that is wet, and first the edges of the balloon are sticking together and it's impossible to really blow through the balloon. How you blow the balloon? You first blow a little bit, you liberate the little sac, and then you can expand the balloon. So that would be my first tip for improving functional breathing, is to breathe in steps. If I do this, I'm really trying to expand a balloon that is stuck together. But if I do my first breath, whoop, pops up the alveoli, and the second breath, expand really much the air that can, and the oxygen that can enter the alveoli. So first little tip, you can really improve your functional breathing by consciously breathing in steps. Yeah, and this is actually quite a really cool breathing technique that you can incorporate in your daily life as you're walking, is to actually breathe in steps. So when I walk, I'm going to walk, and let's say I take 4 steps inhale, 4 steps exhale. I'm going to do that, and every time I take a step, I join with the breath. So it goes like that. I do that with the sound, but I recommend that you do it through the nose, in and out. So here you go. You have a really first little tip, that is to every day, whenever you're walking, walk in steps, taking 4 steps on the inhale, 4 steps on the exhale. And you can go on like that for quite a while and appreciate what it is doing to the expansion on your breath. So I work with a lot of people that come to me and say, hey, Alex, I would like to breathe better. And very often they don't breathe well because they've been conditioned to not breathe well. And one of the reasons is people wear tight clothes. I see often, because I'm in Ubud, a lot of women that wear tight bras, and often they want to, either they are shy or they feel not comfortable showing their breast, or they will compress their chest. And what it does, it really restricts the airway. So all of a sudden you've got a lot of people, but you've got also a lot of men that are trying to keep a flat belly when they are talking. So same idea, they are really constricting their airways. So what it does, it forces you to then breathe only from your accessory respiratory muscles, the upper tract. Let me just stop the music there. Start going. So what we want is to actually breathe through the whole range of our diaphragm and our lungs. So from the bottom of the diaphragm to the upper part of the diaphragm. What we see often is either people breathing only from the lower part, maybe yogis, meditators, and Pilates addicts who have, really always breathing through the lower part of the body. And then you've got people who are stressed chronically, and they always only breathe through the upper part. So the answer is you really want to use the whole respiratory system. So what you want is to not restrict your airway. So I would recommend to not wear tight clothes, and whether it's jeans or tight bras, so that you can really have a nice expansion. And now, because I want to expand my respiratory system, I'm going to do exactly the opposite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself an embrace, and you can feel when you do this how much of a restriction of your airway comes in. So let's take now 10 breaths, restricting consciously our airways. And this time we really want to take really in and out through the nose, deep inhale, deep exhale, with the intention of really feeling the resistance between our hands and feeling the expansion of our airway. Let me just check here the Wi-Fi. Here we go. So together, inhale. And you want to press with your hands. Keep going. You can use a belt. You can use any kind of then tight bra consciously. And use this resistance. And then let go and feel how much more of a freedom you get in your breath. So the conscious resistance is there in order to get us to enjoy more of an expansion when we finally let go of the resistance. So that's a daily practice that you can do just to feel that you can expand a bit more your breath. Let me put the mic back because we've got some wind here. Just a sec. What's happening here? Hey. Okay. Next little tip. I really encourage you to go to the maximum of your respiratory system. Most people have a problem of mouth breathing, but they are also shallow breathers. So you really want to use the full range of your breathing. And for that, what you can do is consciously breathe fully in and fully out a few times. Every day, just full inhale, full exhale. How you do that? So first, you're going to inhale through the nose, and then you're feeling the bottom of the lungs, and then you're going to go through the mouth to feel the second part of the lungs. And then when you're at the top, you want to swallow some air to really, really, really get to the maximum of your experience. You really want to feel your chest explode. And then you hold your breath at the top. And then you're going to let the air out. And then you're going to push it out. And then you hold again. So again, the idea is to take a few deep breaths going to the top of our lungs and to the bottom of our lungs, something that we don't often do. But as a practice daily, it's a wonderful way to start the day in your body, in connection with your breath. And it's a very simple thing to do. And you will feel how much more freedom you feel in your chest after that. And freedom in the chest means that your back, you're going to release pain in the back, you're going to release pain in the neck, you're going to release pain in the hips. We are really working with the lungs and the diaphragm on all liberation of the thoracic cage, but also the hips and the neck. So it's not a small deal to do these practices. And we are working inside out. Very often we are looking at just treating the symptoms, going for, oh, I have neck pain, give me some cream or give me a massage, but you're really going at the surface of things. But if you are really going to the deeper part, then all of a sudden you will feel that the tissues are relaxing and you're going to feel the expansion. So let's take maybe 5 breaths fully in and fully out. So let's go. Inhale through the nose first. You want to know how feel tension, so having a relaxation and then a release. You can have a short breath hold at the bottom, at the top, not too long, otherwise you're going to get dizzy. And then again. And again. Always relaxing the shoulders, no tension in the neck. Enjoy that. And then let go. And inhale. And relax. What I really recommend you to do is also take a few seconds in between exercises to really feel the benefits and get the brain, there are neurotransmitters between all parts of our body and our brains. You want the brain to register, oh, that feels good, so that the body gets the memory of it and it becomes something that you will want to do more. So don't forget to integrate every movement with just a few breaths. Oh, this is how I feel. Now, remember, we often, because of life, of stress, carry a lot of tension in our bodies. And we constantly do stretches and yoga and all sorts of movements to release those tensions. Now, here is a little hack. If you now do all those movements, but on a full lung, imagine now you've got a balloon that is expanding inside, and it's going to really help you by just stretching your ribcage, stretching your intercostals. It's going to help you stretch even more. So my next little tip is do your stretches on a full lung. Yeah, very simple little hack. So let's go together. We're going to take a full inhale. We hold, and now we can do different types of stretches. Your favorite ones are also fine, and see how it feels. And then you let go. You take one clearing breath, and then you go again. So I'll guide you through simple stretches, but you're welcome to do your own. So full inhale. You don't need to do some movements. You can just have one movement of stretch and you stay in it. So really enjoying that. Inhale now. Recovery breath. One more. Now full lungs. Inhale through the nose, mouth, and another stretch. And come back. Right away. Inhale. And the other side. And come back. Clearing breath. And you know what? I love yoga. So I'm going to show you a little yoga move you can do. exactly the same idea with a beautiful, let's move the camera out of the way. Now, we can do our favorite yoga poses. One that I really love for the lungs is cat and cow. So same idea, same principle of full inhale, full exhale, but now you're on the floor and you really go to the top on your inhale and you hold it and you really enjoy the stretch full lung. And then exhale, you exhale fully, and then you go the other way around. All right, so let's go together. Get for first flat back. Nice to take a moment of awareness, of consciousness. How's my right knee, my left knee, how my hands position? Just have a moment to feel the grounding and the stability on the ground. And let's go full lungs in cat. Next the neck. And then to the bottom. In cow. And again. And cow. Okay, so you could go on like that for a few rounds. The next you can do is one that I really like for my lungs and intercostals is to go right and left. So inhale right, and then come back to neutral. So let's go. And come back and let go. And fully in. And look on the other side without breathing on the breath hold. And come back. One clearing breath. Full inhale. To the right. Come back. Let go. Inhale. And come back. Let's take a moment to appreciate that. Another of everybody's favorite, of course, is downward dog and upward dog. So, regardless of your level, what I really always recommend is to really start with nice bent knees when we go to downward dog. But again, all those yoga poses that you love doing, just try to do them without a breath, just on the inhale, and see how that feels. You don't want to do it on a full inhale because you don't want to be hurting yourself, but just on a relaxed one, it can also be really nice. Okay, so for now, we're doing functional breathing. So let's go back to our downward dog. And now inhale. And you can stay on your breath hold, paddle a little bit your dog. And let go. Come back to neutral. Let's go on the knees for a second. What I really love about downward dog from a functional breathing perspective is the idea of changing the sense of gravity. We're always breathing this way. So all of a sudden changing the position of your lungs makes you work the opposite way. So any kind of inversion is really, really, really amazing to do every day, whether it's just simple downward dog or a handstand, headstand, or I use a device so I don't have to do any effort when I do a reverse position, inverted position. But it's really amazing to all of a sudden let the gravity do the work, and it will really help you expand. So now we just do inhale, exhale, full on, and then we're doing this downward dog, and then scorpion or whatever. No, not scorpion. What is it called? This one? Cobra. Okay. So say upward dog. So let's go into upward dog and hold. And let go. And I like to transition from one to the other a few rounds. And you can play doing it on the top of your inhale. You can do it at the bottom of your exhale. When you're in upward dog, also really nice to do stretches on the right and on the left. So here we go. We could go on. I want to show you a few more exercises that are not related to yoga, but that's the idea, that you can really use those moments of yoga to add breath holds and see how it feels. Again, a really cool one would be to just do an inhale, a relaxed inhale, not at full on, otherwise you might get dizzy. And from that position to do a whole sun salutation. Can you do a whole salutation on one breath? You're going to be working on what's called your CO2 tolerance. You're going to be working on your ability to be a bit uncomfortable with a breath hold, which has incredible benefits in terms of functional breathing. I'll make a whole sequence on CO2 tolerance because it's absolutely fantastic. Okay, last little daily practice that I find absolutely amazing is Naoli breath. So there, the idea is to really get an internal massage of all your organs. It's not something that is easy to do at the beginning, but even if you're a beginner, you will already get the benefits. It's, when do we massage our internal organs? Where do we get the colon to be massaged? And Naoli Kriya is a wonderful practice to get your system going. Also, what I love about it, I'll show you in a minute, but what I love about it is it helps me create space in my back. And what it does is when I completely let go of my muscles, it cracks my back. So instead of cracking my back, I don't know if you guys do that, or any kind of crack that are really not good when it's done in compression, is really nice when it's done just with an expansion, just creating space. So anyone who is suffering with lower back pain, middle back pain, it's just going to have this natural release that you get from it. It's amazing for your digestive system and, of course, for your whole respiratory system. So how does it go? We take an inhale, we hold, and then I'm going to show you nicely. We're going to bend forward. And we want to go to the bottom of our exhale. And with the hands on the knees, I like them to put them not on the inside, but on the outside. I really want to have all the weight of my body resting on my arm. So there is zero tension in my chest. And from that position, I am not breathing anymore, and I'm going to suck my stomach in. And from that point onward, I don't breathe anymore. So I'm holding my breath on the exhale, sucking the stomach in. And then I'm going to start doing some movements with my belly, moving it in one direction, in the other direction, going up, going down. And again, this is something that requires practice, but with practice, even as a beginner, you will enjoy it. I will show you my belly so you can see what it looks like. But it's very much a very, very nice daily practice to raise. So it looks like that. Let's do it 3 times. One more. So full inhale. Through the mouth, full exhale. Bend forward, all the weight on the hands. And then suck the stomach in. I'm sure you could hear it, but my whole back cracked on this one. And one more time. And again, just take a few breaths to really appreciate the expansion in the body, just happy lungs. I'll let you go with the invitation to warm up your respiratory system in the morning. Have a few breath holds just to get the system going. Not long ones, not going to the maximum, but just having a little time when you do a breath hold every day. It's really beautiful practice. So it can look like that. Inhale, exhale, and breath hold. You can be moving, going around the kitchen, walking just for a few steps, and then you relax, and then you go again. Let's do 5 times, 5 steps on a breath hold, and then 5 times, 10 steps on a breath hold. That could be a really simple protocol for a morning warm-up of your respiratory system. So it would look like that. Inhale, exhale, breath hold, walking. Breathing, one clearing breath, and again. Breathe again. Inhale, exhale. And now 10 breath hold, so 10 steps without breathing. So inhale, exhale. You can even pinch your nose if you feel some air is going out, and then you do 10 steps. Few recovery breath. And we go again. And again. And one more time. Just a few breaths. That's it. As simple as that. If you feel comfortable, then you could, keep up and increase up to 40 steps. So just imagine just doing what you're doing, walking the dog, going to work, doing your shopping, but now you're adding breath holds to your routine. Your health will improve, your fitness will improve, your level of reaction will decrease, so you will be less, you will have less stress in your life, less anxiety. I mean, it's tons of benefits. So here we go. You have a little functional breathing 101. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Little announcement before I leave, where I realize I'm getting tons of messages of people wanting more ongoing support. So together with Gloria, we are working on a little program to support you guys. So stay tuned. It's coming soon. All right. Love to all. Bye-bye. Thank you, Michelle. Bye-bye.